Hey guys, how's it going? Good to be on. Gonna give it a couple seconds for whoever's around to join the live stream. Really good topic today that I want to talk about, and one that's really, really important. I'll explain why in a second. Slurring my words a little bit. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, we'll see who joins the next couple seconds, and then we'll kick it off. But yeah, it looks like a couple people joined, so I'll kick it off now. So guys, what I wanted to talk to you about today was basically this concept of not taking things personally, because we all do. We all seem to, things happen to us in our life, and we get this feedback from people, and every time we make it about us and we take it personally, and we make it this huge deal about what people are saying, and two things struck me, two things I wanted to talk about. The first one was Tony Robbins, something I watched over the weekend, seminar that he was presenting. He was just watching this YouTube video, and something I came across, and he was just saying that the meaning you associate to the things that happen to your life, those will create your life. So that is it. It doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it is. The way you perceive what people are saying to you, and the way you perceive what they're saying will determine so much what it actually becomes. That's why it's so important and so critical that when you do get that outside feedback, and when people do, tell you what your stuff is about, if they tell you it's good or if they tell you it's bad, or, it's not up to their standards or whatever, you need to push through. And it got me thinking more. And by the way, guys, if you're joining, feel free to say hi as usual. Feel free to throw some thoughts out there. Would love to hear what you think about this topic of not taking things personally, because it's so important. And I remember watching this video by Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. I think it's his name, Jack Ma. And he was explaining his story, how he applied to I think he applied to, it was Harvard or something, or it was one of the top Ivy League schools in the US, and he got rejected something like 10 times. He also applied to this one role at McDonald's, and he got rejected there were 25 applicants, and he was the one person that got rejected. And we're talking about one of the people that is, that's just the most impressive, head of a company that is huge, a huge conglomerate now, and had he let, that feedback, that, internal discussion of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, if he let that get to him, then, he would never be at the head of this huge conglomerate now, So I guess it's this whole point that, whenever you get that feedback from the world, right, you get those, you do something, and people, give you some feedback about it. It might not always be what you're looking for from the onset, right? But the fact is, if you're trying to do something well, and if you're trying to build your skill, right? I'm not talking talent, I'm talking skill. So skill is something that you build up over time by practicing, right? You put in the hours, and as you build up the hours, your skill levels go up and your experience goes up, and that's what makes you amazing. And so, if you take that feedback personally, then you're never going to push through, right? You're going to let that internal chatter tell you that you're not good enough, that you need to give up, and that's exactly what you shouldn't do, guys. So it's always about remembering that it's nothing in life has any meaning except the meaning that you give it, and I posted that a few days back, but it's the absolute truth. And guys, like I said, if this is resonating, feel free to post a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about it, because I just think it's such an interesting topic. Because getting feedback is good, and sometimes it does hurt if it's negative feedback, but you need to take that on board too, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna do this, if you're going to play full out, you're going to get that type of feedback from time to time. People are not going to react the way you want them to. So then it's about saying, okay, what am I going to do with that, right? And more importantly, too, you need to take that on board so you can also learn from it, right? So if there is something that you can learn from that feedback, then you need to listen to it as opposed to just getting angry or frustrated or take it personally. You need to be like, what is there to learn about this again, right? So guys, if you're watching this live stream later and you have some thoughts you want to bring to the forefront, or whatever crosses your mind and you just want to bring that to the forefront, I would love to hear what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on this topic, and specifically whether or not you feel free to post. Do you take things personally? Do you not? And do you have strategies around it? And it's just to say that it's this concept of you're gonna get feedback, and the question is, knowing that that's the case, what are you gonna decide to do about it, right? Are you gonna take it personally? Are you gonna let it affect you? Or are you going to embrace the fact that feedback is part of being bold and going through life and making things happen, right? So I hope that resonated with some of you. Like I say, if you're watching this later on and you want to post a comment, I will obviously reply. And guys, it was awesome being on. I hope you guys all have a great week. Monday, big week ahead, 7 days to kill it. So yeah, I wish you guys all an amazing week, and I'll be back later on this week. Talk to you later.